Hi, my name is James and you are looking at my current garden, and over the next few series of Your Cat magazine we'll be looking to convert this garden into a cat paradise for my current indoor cat called Binks. Now Binks is a 1-year-old ragdoll he's not been outside too much. We have taken him into the garden before, but due to the level of escape points in the hedges or in the fences, it is quite nerve-wracking when we do. I personally don't think he would last that long as an outdoor cat if he had full access. He's far too friendly. He's a very pretty cat, and I would worry about theft too. So the first thing first is to try and secure the garden, and this is where we have called in the experts, ProtectaPet. They're a UK company, and if you'd like to read a little bit more about them in our feature, if you look out for the April 2019 issue of Your Cat magazine, you can see the full review. The guys here are installing the fence. You have to excuse the state of my garden lawn. It is an artificial lawn at the moment, and as a consequence anything that falls upon it doesn't really rot away, and I'm looking to change this for my cat friendly garden. Well, these guys are installing a very secured, tried and tested cat protection fence using steel and mesh. I was amazed at the expertise required to put this fence on, and I was very relieved not to have opted for the DIY installation that is available. These guys certainly do know their stuff, and it was very carefully measured. It looks great. I've got no qualms at all, and that was one of my concerns, is would I be turning the garden into a prison? I generally don't think that's the case. If anything, it kind of frames my spot, and I'm really looking forward to changing this into a cat paradise. You'll notice here you see a trampoline. I do have 2 children who also use this garden. I also have a pet cocker spaniel called Muttley, and he will also be in this garden. So it's a multi-purpose area. We obviously use it a lot in the summer ourselves, and it needs to serve a lot of purposes. But first and foremost, we'll be looking at how to make this cat friendly using all the equipment we have available. The plant knowledge, shelters, is going to be a fun project. They're finishing up here, and it has been an all-day work to put this fence up. And as I said, this is now the first stage in what is going to be a couple of months trying to figure out how we lay out this garden using a series of experts. This particular area here proved quite problematic for the guys. It's a plastic shed, and you can't screw the fixings onto plastic, so they've built this bespoke steel framework for me. It's incredible, but the cat now has access all around the shed, and this will be a lovely little area we can turn into for a shelter for him. All sorts of potential going on here. And as you can see, the garden is very plain at the moment. That was designed for 2 young toddlers who can go out there and mess around, and there's no plants to damage. The kids are a little bit older. We've still got the trampoline, and even the cat, when he did go out, loves the trampoline too.
Basically, we've got a poly mesh, plastic mesh, obviously that's been treated. It says UV protected, so it will last in the sun. Also, with cable ties are UV protected as well, so that they won't perish under the sunlight. We've got galvanised steel brackets that have been powder coated as well. And basically, this is the finish of a fence top, which is one of our systems, and this is how it kind of finishes into the building, into the fence, and it's all tied off, all secure. Basically what we normally say for the fence top is that we have more or less like a 6-foot jump radius, so that there's obviously the cats can't jump over the system, which is obviously why we've advised with the tree to cut this down to at least a couple of feet, just to stop the jump from going over. So basically, yeah, we've got all this, it's all fixed in, all tight, as you can see. And then basically also what we do is So as this is our fence top system, which is actually joining into one of our extended, which is, as you can see, has been extended with the post up. Steel post, once again galvanised and powder coated. So that's a corner and that's all tied in. And basically what we normally say is, with regards to growth of the plants, is to keep them trimmed back as much as you can, not to let them, you can let it grow through the mesh. It's entirely up to you. Basically for the customer's choice to either let it grow through or not. So as you can see here, we've trimmed it back. It will need to be treated. Also, we've got the small plant here which will grow, which we normally advise to keep them about a foot off the system, off the mesh. So as you can see here, this is part of the extended system again, one with the posts. And this is what we use the extended for, is for fences that are below 6 foot. So as you can see, this is about 5 foot. I'm 6 foot, definitely. So yeah, as you can see, they're all tied in, which would obviously finish in. Like I say, all of these have been treated, so yeah, I've got the last in the weather and the conditions, and obviously that's how we finish into a building. Now that's obviously to stop the climb or any jump points at all that are going over the fence. So the cat can have access to all the corners, but he still can't get out at anywhere, and he's got to go upside down, which tends to be very hard for the cat. So basically from that, we've got a steel box section, what we've built around the plastic shed, because it's hard to attach two plastic sheds. We've attached around it and built the steel up, so that again the cats are minimised to where they can go and jump. So yeah, basically this has been built as a bespoke framework around the plastic shed. Obviously every garden's different, and not all of them have plastic sheds. We can attach to wooden sheds, anything like that, and steel, but the plastic, because of the rigidity, this has all been bespoke, and which can be designed on site, and when obviously to get around any problems. So as you can see, it's all getting fixed in. The cat will have full access behind there to get onto the top. Which once again, that obviously follows round all the way around the plastic shed, ties into again to the fence. And then what we'd have here is we've actually raised it again with an extended post to cover the gate. There will be a brace that's fitted in here so that the poly mesh can come down and attach to here so that the cat can't get over the fence. Also, to minimise any jump points from the window ledge, we'll be putting in a flat canopy straight into the building above so that there's no actual jump points. And like we say, what we normally say is 6 foot all the way around the perimeter to stop the cats from jumping.
And there we have it. For more information about ProtectaPet, you can visit their website www.protectapet.com or call 0800 999 4008 and they'll be happy to advise. I'm very much looking forward to this project, and we hope to update you in our digital edition of Your Cat magazine, as well as on our website www.yourcat.co.uk.